What's going on YouTube? Claykeysalt back again, and this time with a new game, My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero. We're coming at you with the closed beta test content. I'm going to show the game off, get you guys as hyped as I am, maybe to go plus ultra when the game releases later this month. Let's get into it. So the first question I want to get out of the way is this game is not releasing until mid-May or early June. They haven't given us an exact release date. The way I got in was via the closed beta test. I got lucky enough to get chosen and actually be able to play. And this game is going to be your action-style RPG. You're actually going to be able to move around. Again, it's for Android or iOS. However, I am playing it on PC. They sadly don't have a PC client, but I'm using BlueStacks. You can see it runs really well. This is the open city, and this is the one place where it'll kind of, I guess, drop a couple of frames here and then because it's so much it's loading. But I'm using WASD. I have mapped them with my emulators to be able to do this. I've got spacebar as my jump, and then I've got 5 as my dodge. Well, I'm dodging right now. This also lets you sprint when you're in the open city. And there are a ton of characters to collect, but I really just want to run through a mission to show you guys the combat style that's going to be in the game. So I'm going to walk over here. There's a ton of open missions. It's not exactly like Genshin Impact, where it's like this huge open world. It's not that big, but it is a big city where you can go talk to certain heroes, do your daily missions, or help them out with certain things, and you'll be rewarded. So right now, I got to take down this fugitive that the cops have put into place that I need to make sure I take him out. So I'm using Deku as my main character. Each character has a Q, W, E, R. They have a special ability they build up with their passive, and then they also have a dodge. So I can dodge the enemy by hitting my 5 key is what I put it in. If I perfect dodge, it allows me to hit this button and whoop some booty. They also have a combo, so like if I hit him up with Deku, I can normal attack here, get beat up a little bit. He has, that's like his Q, is it like jumps to them. He has his W smash, which I'm gonna perfect dodge there, but then I'm gonna W smash here. What's cool about Deku is that resets his Q. Then he has his E where he just kicks around a lot, knocks the enemy around. And that's like each character has unique things. Another thing you can see is maybe you see Momo jumping in and helping me. It's kind of like Marvel vs. Capcom, if you guys ever played those games where the assists come in, but they're randomly can come in, and you can set them for each character. We'll go into that in another video, but that's something else that happens inside the game. So I'm going to keep dodging around just to show you guys a little bit of gameplay here. And again, it's running great on this emulator, which you wouldn't think a game like this would, but it really does. Next up, we do have support cards that we can have for each character you can put on. There are passive support cards that put up like your attack or your defense. And then there are active ones. So if I activate this active card, my man just comes in and punches him right in the face. So we're going to keep battling here. And it looks like I have actually saved up enough for my one-for-all passive, which is full cowling, if you guys know anything about Deku. And now his attack is just boosted up. So now I'm just going to do a ton more damage. So I'm going to get in here and, do my combo. Again, Deku's combo, I'll explain that in another video, but it's really, really good. And then I'm going to hit him with my ultimate. They always have these nice CG ultimates to smash you! And they beat the crap out of him. And this is the PVE aspect of the game. And we'll go over a little bit more, but there's a ton. There's multiplayer, there's like dungeons, instances. Eventually, there's something I like to call a raid, and a lot of people do because it takes 9 people. 3 groups of 3 have to go in and collaborate to be able to take down the monster because it does so much damage. But we're going to go ahead and finish this guy off here in the corner. My Deku just isn't as strong as he should be. If he's smashing this guy, he should be dead. So there we go. And watch this scene, dude. This scene always gets me hyped. I can't wait to see it with All Might. This victory scene. Okay, so we finished the stage, and then I should have Deku. Oh my gosh, because it's a daily. You didn't get to see that, so I have to beat an actual mission. So because we didn't see the victory screen, I cut it right there. We are now going to do a normal like story mission or the main scenario quest here, and you choose a team of 3 to go with you, 3 of your heroes. So right now I have Momo, Kirishima, and then Deku. I'm going to go ahead and deploy, and the way this works is each hero will single-handedly have to fight a part of the stage. I know a lot of people are worried because I like the music, everything about it. I know a lot of people are worried because maybe they have to have hands-on. Games like this can take a lot of your time. You're worried you're not going to be able to get it all done in a day. But what's cool is the game does offer auto. So if I go ahead and auto path, it'll take me to where I need to fight the enemies with Momo. And once I get there, I also have the ability to go ahead and, once the villain spawns, because we're fighting, and hit auto, and the game will actually take control of for me. So there are going to be things like you grind experience, like your experience dungeons, you need to find your farm your money dungeons. The game will fight for you and get the job done as long as your unit's strong enough. So you can really just get through it on that way. But you can see that I had Uraraka come in because I own her. She can come in and help Momo. They all have different play styles. Like if you know Momo from the anime, she has lipids, right? She produces things from her body with her quirk. She can produce a cannon. She produces that huge gun. Her ultimate's insane, but she has a lipid bar that you see below. So Deku had one for all. she has a lipid bar, so she can only produce so much stuff. If that bar goes empty, she can't produce anymore, right? But you can build that up doing combos and performing different things like that. So now I want to go ahead and jump to the end screen here so I can show you guys how cool that is, and then I'll show off the PvP portion and a little bit more of the PvE. All right, here we go. Momo just finished her mission, and now we're going to see that 6th scene come in, and it happens for each of the characters. They all have different ones. It like blazes in with this cool thing, says success. And then, like I said, so I finished Momo as part of this mission, but now it's going to switch me to now Kirishima, for example, and I would have to fight with him. And like Momo, he's very, very unique. He's going to have a counter system to himself. He's more of a tank. He goes face in first and starts headbutting them. And they're all really, really cool. I like them quite a lot. I'm just going to let this play through because I want to answer some questions I get in my chat a lot. I think people have the misconception that this game is a PvP game only, when in fact it is equally PvP, if not more PvE. There's a ton of gear to grind, excuse me. There is a ton of things to get from daily missions, doing your missions with your friends, you know, doing those dungeons. You have emergencies you have to do. You have the character assessments or the hero assessments you have to do with your friends. You can do up to like 5 of those a day, and then 2 of the emergencies. You can help a friend out and get rewards. You can do it yourself. There's a ton of stuff to get into in the game PvE-wise, but when it comes to PvP, you know, PvE we're always used to that, right? Getting the best card, getting dupes, enhancing them, making sure your character's leveled up to the max and being all great like that. But in PvP, they strip all that away. When you go into PvP, treat it like a fighting game. If you get the unit, he's where he needs to be. In ranked, there is none of that counts. Your gear doesn't count, your dupes don't count, your character progression doesn't count. It is you versus the other player, and you just select your fighter and go in and play. And sometimes the auto gets a little stuck on some stuff, so you really do need to help it out. Like, that was a little bit too much for Red Riot to get around. So that's very important for you guys to understand. If you're not huge in PvP, they have 2 different kinds. I'll show it off here. After this mission, and you're going to see the Kirishima cool animation. I'm still not over that. They have like normal PvP that you see in a lot of games where it just auto fights for you. We won. And then it also has the kind where you're going to take over an actually arena battle and show your muster, you know, like a fighting game, because there is combos, you can lock people out and dodge and stuff. So that's going to be the PvE portion of like main story, doing, you know, quests out in the world. I actually got a mission out in the world, like as a daily mission, where I talked to a kid and he quizzed me on My Hero Academia knowledge. So he asked me questions like, who was All Might's teacher? Or, you know, how many members of the Pussycats are there? And, you know, you have to select, you know, the correct answer to beat the daily. Now, I'm sure you can get them all wrong over and over and over again until you get them right, and you can pass that as well. I just thought that was cool that they threw that in. So there are 2 different types of PvP. There's arena, and that's going to be real time. You're going to come into here, you're going to be battling against another person. Sometimes it's bots. For sure, bots in the closed beta test. There are not enough people to fight. And there's a match battle, which is like the free-for-all, and then there's ranked, which is the points battle. So you're going to go in and actually move up your rank. That is only open at a certain time, I guess, to make it fair, so everybody can be on who's trying to gain rank. And you're going to battle 3v3, and I'll show that in a minute, but what I want to show now is the versus that a lot of people can just have fun with, and it won't be as hard. It's something they're used to, and that's just going to be like the AFK like type battle, where you're going to challenge people and move up the ladder and get like AFK rewards, essentially is what they call it, depending on how high your rank is. So for example, if I wanted to go fight this guy, I'm going to go challenge him to move up the ladder. We do have the ability to make formations. As you can see, the units in the back get 10% attack, the units in the front get 5% defense. I don't know if I can add more than 3. Let's see. Can I put her in? I wonder. No, you can only put in 3, it looks like. And Momo's pretty strong, so I'm going to put in Momo instead of Kaminari here. I'm going to get him out, and then I'm going to put her in. I guess I drag her. Maybe I can put more than... Let's see. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Only 3 heroes can go in, right? So I'm going to put my main attackers, Deku and Momo, in the back. As we know, our boy Red Riot is the defender, so we're going to put him up front, and then we're going to go ahead and start the battle. And like I said, this is going to be more for the people who are a little bit ladder nervous, don't really like the PvP grind. You can still come in here and get your PvP rewards. Now, you're not getting the other rewards for the other thing, but this is like the AFK kind of shit, you know what I mean? You just come in here and let it happen. And it's cool because it does show, I think I just stomped him, but I was a little bit too strong for him there. But you can see that it shows the most damage. You can go to details, and this also happens in the multiplayer mode. It'll show who's the MVP, the most damage. It shows, you know, who did damage, where, and stuff like that. So you can kind of analyze your fights and work a little bit better with that. And you get your reward. You can do it up to 5 times a day. I haven't actually tried to attempt to do it more than 5. I don't know if you can pay, like, let me see. Yeah, you can pay like the premium currency to up how many times you want to do it, but I'm not going to do that for right now, so we're going to be good with that. So that's that type of PvP. Now let's move into the other type of PvP, and the kind that a lot of people are really going to look forward to, at least I am, and this is the real-time 1v1, you're fighting somebody, 3v3 PvP. So I'm going to go ahead and click match, and we're going to play one of these matches. this is going to be where it's do or die time. You know what I mean? It's a little bit different than the other stuff you've seen. You can switch between heroes almost at free will. You have to have enough of these like match points. I don't know what to call it, like a mana bar almost, to be able to switch to them. You can do combos and switch into them. This is more of the fighting game. And I'm sure it's going to be a bot here, sadly, but we're going to go in and we're going to show you guys what it's all about. So, and I'll teach you a little bit about Deku too. So Deku's Q is unique where you don't really have to be facing the enemy. Like if I hit Q, I knock him up, and then I'm going to do his normal attacks here. As he's falling to the ground, I'm going to go ahead and W to reset my Q. And this isn't the best of the combo. And then I can get in my combo again because I reset it, and then I can hit E, right? And then I can do that. And then I kind of want to get away from him and reset. Now, it looks a lot easier because it is a bot that I'm facing. But if I wasn't facing a bot, he dodged that there. So I can kind of reset with, if I hit that, I can reset into that and then do my normal attack here. And then he goes down. But see, so this is how it's going to be, but it's going to be a lot. It looks really easy right here because I'm fighting a bot who doesn't really know, isn't really using his abilities, doesn't know how to defend against Deku. There's Bakugo now. Let's see if we can take him out. But this is where the people who know the combos, who don't drop combos, who don't get hit by the other people's combos, this is where the skilled players are going to rise up. And that's what I'm saying. Like, even if let's say I pulled 1,000,000 times, and I pulled 1,000,000 Dekus. Let's go and switch to Momo here. Oh, it didn't let me. Let me switch to Momo here. I just clicked her up top. If I pulled 1,000,000 Dekus or 1,000,000 Momos, it's not going to matter because it doesn't, like, the dupes don't count here in PvP. The part where it's going to matter is when Stained, All Might, Aizawa, these characters will be really good in PvP. They have great combos, you know what I mean? Like, that's where the power creep starts coming in, but you only need one copy. And yes, if I haven't mentioned this yet, this is a gacha, and we will go over the gacha aspects of it later on. In PvP, you have to hit your ultimate, so you have to, like, run into them and grab them, and then you can do your ultimate. And there we go. Momo took care of Bakugo easy. No worries there. And then I'm going to go ahead and switch to, I'm going to try to run away. I'm going to switch to Red Riot if I can. So I want to dodge off that. Go ahead and switch over so I can show you guys a little bit of him. So like I said, he has a counter. Now it's hard because the bot doesn't really want to attack. There it is. There's a counter. So he countered, didn't get hit by that, but he normally like beats the crap out of him. But because I'm against the grape juice, we a little bit different because he puts bombs on the ground. But as you can see, or not bombs, I guess his sticky hands is a better way to put it. But Kirishima is more of a brawler counter type character, and he's going to be important later on for sure. You see his W jumps ahead. I'm getting beat up by this man. And I'm going to be 100% honest. I am only privy. And if I would hit that, he's like a running, kind of like the Juggernaut. If I would hit that, I'd be able to headbutt a bunch of times. Try to counter here. And there it is. So he countered, and you can see that he hit. This is his counter going through. It's pretty good. But I'm only really proficient in Deku so far. I've only really practiced super hard now. I'm going to try to hit him with this. If I keep hitting E now that I hit it, well, now I can't because I actually auto-attacked. But I would be able to headbutt a lot, which is cool. And you see his passive goes off. I think it just makes him more defensive and more tanky. Once it gets a full bar, it just starts running out. You don't have to activate it. All right, hit him with this. Now you can see the headbutt. See, I've kind of stunned him, and now I get to hit him with 3 headbutts and get the KO there. But that's the PvP. It's going to be a lot more intricate. You're going to have to know the opponent's passive, the play style. It's going to get much more tough when it is an actual real opponent. You know what I mean? Not this stupid bot stuff. But I've been having a ton of fun of it, learning. There's still stuff I have to master. There's going to be an entire roster, which we're going to look at in a minute. I can't believe they have All Might just sitting here. And we're going to talk about that right now. Let's look at the character roster and character progression over really quick so you guys can get a taste for that. All right, guys. So over here on the character screen, we can see what characters may be available in the global version on launch. They do say, you can see it like right below me. It's a little bit cut off. It says game in development does not represent the actual game quality. Things are going to be different on launch. We have no idea how it's going to be, what characters will be out. They made sure to say that in the closed beta test email. But we do have Momo, Deku, Uraraka, Red Riot, Kaminari, Aizawa, which was not a release character for the Chinese version. This game released in China, not Japan. We've got Todoroki, his dad, Endeavor, also not a release character. Tokoyami, Bakugo, Mineta, Ojiro, which was not a release character. Ida, and then of course Froppy here. So this is the cast that we think we may be getting in global on launch. If we do, Endeavor is going to be an amazing PvEer, an okay PvPer. Aizawa is going to own PvP. And if we look here in a minute, they do seem to be giving him away for free, which is insane. We'll look into that in a second. But if we look at a character and we're looking to upgrade, we have several ways we can do that. First off, we have experience, which I need to go to a character I don't have trained up, but I think Uraraka is there. She hasn't been leveled up at all. So they turn into these cute little chibi forms, and I love it to death, and you have to feed them food. And that's going to be how you give them experience. If you look at this, fullness 0, yielding 120% experience. Oh my gosh, she's floating. Okay, I've never seen her in this form yet, so let me cheese a little bit. They get more experience throughout the day, so watch. I'm going to feed her this, right? So I'm going to go ahead and let her eat this. her fullness went up when she ate that, right? So once it gets to max, it yields 100% of your experience gain. However, you don't get that extra bonus, and their hunger will go down, you know, later on. So, you know, the next day, the hunger will go down, so you get that extra bonus. So that's something you want to take advantage of. Once you hit the max level, you have to do their awakening. Well, in this game, their awakening is training. So they have to do a little dumbbells out here, dude. They gotta lift, they gotta get strong. And this is like the awakening materials you may be used to in other games, but they do it in a cute little way. That I like a lot. So we can advance there, and now she's become, you know, a little bit stronger, and I can level her up now to level 20, I do believe. So I'm gonna have her eat a little bit more. No. And what I like to do is just make them like super feed. No. And now she needs to go on the treadmill. So she's working out on the treadmill with that awakening materials, and then she's got to lift weights a little bit more to get a little bit more strong. So that's one of the ways that you can advance your character. The next way, this is dupe system, okay? You get shards in this game. Or you get a dupe, you get some more shards. You can see I'm 12 out of 3 for her. And what we do is it's called resonance. So I just auto resonance. It gives me each of these things I fill in is going to give me like attack up, power up, defense up, movement speed, stuff like that. When I reach certain resonance progression, it just gives me more cool stuff. When I reach it all the way through, she can go from an S to like an SS, or she's an A, so she goes to S, and then she goes to SS. So that's how you're going to be able to go up the rankings, and it's going to be important later on. Ton of skills here, right? See, A to S to SS. She's going to get new passives. This is her passive here. And this is a ton of her skills. As you can see, we have her QWER. And you just level this up by using the gold or free currency. So that's going to be the money right here. You just fast upgrade, and it levels it all the way up, right? So nothing really too big here. Just make sure you keep leveling this up to make sure your moves are hitting as hard as you can. This is the support card section I was talking about. Now, you have active support for each character. I only have one of those. They're pretty rare. That is where, remember when we were in battle with Deku, I clicked him and he came in and actually punched for me. And then we have passive cards. And these are going to be the cards you're going to be able to put on your unit. This one gives me attack 1, HP 6. When battling, increases HP by 550, right? So you can slap that bad boy in here, equip it up. And you're going to have to, you can equip this one too, and they all do different things. And then you can also like level them up. So if I wanted to upgrade them, it costs these upgrade cards here. So that's going to be something to look forward to. And the art on these cards is beautiful. There's so many of them that I obviously don't have. Just look at the art on this stuff, dude. I have to get some data mine of this game. It's just so amazing. And there is a way also to where you can fuse your cards. So if I take like all greens, let's see, I take 1, 2, 3, 4 greens, right? They're all 2 stars. If I fuse them together, it went to a 3-star. So I took all my 2 stars, fused them together as a 3-star, and you can work your way up to the 6-star cards, which are really, really powerful, and they're really good. So if you end up getting dupes that you don't really, you want to upgrade, maybe get a better card, that's the way you can do it. I haven't unlocked chips yet. Chips is just another way of equipment on the character that you may need. Talents, this is just going to be another way to upgrade your character. As you can see, Araraka identifies metal-rich rocks to use as weapons, so it's like she discovers something new about her quirk. While floating, the attack of floating combos increases about 20%. And you get this stuff from doing like dailies, doing certain missions. Each character uses a different color, like Deku's green, I think Momo's pink, Araraka's orange. There's so many of them that you can get, so you want to make sure you get those. And this is the assist I was talking about with Deku, like Marvel vs. Capcom, where they'll randomly come in and do damage, right? You can equip one on each of your abilities, so when you hit that ability, an assist has a chance to proc. And depending on what characters you have, for example, on Araraka's Q, if I have Momo come in because I have her, it'll do 540% damage. Now, everybody's going to get Kaminari. Everybody should get Kaminari, Red Riot, and Deku on launch. Deku's insane. I can put him in, but it's only 270%, right? 540% for Ice Wall. If I get Endeavor, it's 540%. It's really S or A rank heroes, and we'll go over that in a minute. But you can put that on each of your abilities for a little bit extra oomph, and that'll work out as you grow your collection in heroes to let you guys keep going through that. Now, we've gotten through all that. We've shown off a bit here. I'm not trying to hold you guys too long. There is gear in the game, but gear works, as you can see, equipped gear provide bonus for all heroes. This gear stuff is insane. You have to fuse things together, you have to level it up, and when you level it up, you're leveling up the gear spot, not the actual gear. So everything up, like if I level up this spot, you can see down here, this is 13 or something like that, and 7. It's not the boots, because see, the boots are level 20. I've leveled up the actual area the boots go in. So this applies to everybody. This is the gear for everybody here, and then you have to fuse different things together. Like, let's say this pair of boots has, has like critical damage up, and let's pretend I didn't have critical damage up. I can suck that away from these boots and put it on these purple boots. It's a long system. It's gonna have a lot of things to go with there. But I know what you guys are here for, the recruitment, the gacha. Let's talk about that for a minute. So you are gonna be summoning heroes, and then you're also going to be summoning support cards like we showed you before. The rates for heroes is 1.2%. I'll show you guys here. 1.2% for an S rank hero, 3% for A, and 4% for B. But in this game, especially in PvP, S rank heroes, A rank heroes, B rank heroes. Some of them are really great. If I had to point them out here, it would be Deku. Froppy's pretty good. Araraka's really good. And then Momo and Tokoyami are insane. Boom Jelly, as we love to call him, or as he's actually called, Shoto, and Bakugo, not the best in PvP, kind of okay in PvE. So there's going to be like a different tier list, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to use them in different ways. And then you can see that we do have a pity here. Every 10 rounds, you're guaranteed an A. Every 30, you're guaranteed a... you're guaranteed a hero every 10 rounds, an A every 30 rounds, and an S every 100. And from what I understand on the Chinese server, it was 60. Here it's 100, but on the Chinese server, it was 0.6% to get an S rank, and now we have 1.2, so they increased it by double. That is on the poop banner. So this banner, you're going to get a ton of these tickets. This is like the normal banner you get, you know what I mean, in every gacha. The normal banner you almost never summon on. It's not the rated up banner. And from what I understand, we do have rated up banners, and today it is our boy Todoroki. He is rated up. Let's take a look. Instead of 100 draws, it's 70. So now we have to only get up to a 70 times to get an S rank hero to be able to get Todoroki, right? Because he's a rated up character here. And it should carry over, kind of like Genshin Impact, from what I'm told from the Chinese version. If you summon like 60 on Todoroki and you don't get him, and then All Might comes out next, it should be 60 out of 70 on the new All Might banner. We'll have to see how Global does it, but that's the way it's supposed to be. And they do keep the 1.2%. And as you can see, the only S rank hero you can get on his banner is, in fact, Boom Jelly, as we like him, or Shoto, as his real name is. So I'm going to show you guys the actual summon animation. You do have to buy these tickets with your premium currency. So we're going to go to the mall. We're going to buy one more so I can do a 10 pull. Let's go find it right here. It costs $250 for this ticket. So I'm going to go ahead and buy that. Then I'm going to head back. The only bad thing I can say about this game so far, the art's amazing, the animations, the menus, it feels amazing to play, is this summon animation. I think it's kind of poop. You'll see it right here. Let's see if we can get our boy Todoroki. See what happens. That is the summon animation. And then you get to do the signature thing, which I think is kind of cool. So you can draw a goofy picture like, hey, let's go. And then you click it, and then it does the summon. So we got another Deku. That's great. We got some Deku shards. So that's the end. That was the summon. I just did the summon. So I got a bunch of shards. It showed the Deku because it was an actual Deku character, which gives me 10 shards instead of 1. And that's it. That was the pull right there. I actually got lucky enough to get Uraraka, and we're going to do another pull because we're in this video. Why not? And you can just click this and spend 2,500 on it to try to get him. They have done so much cool stuff in this game. I cannot believe they didn't do something way cooler with this summon animation. That's all I'm going to say right here. So we're coming in, and we get to draw it, and apparently if it flashes yellow, it means that you got an S rank. So that's something you can look out for. So now I'm just going to draw Goku doing a Kamehameha wave. Ah! See if it works out for me. Okay, it flashed yellow. That means S rank. Dude, I'm getting so... Okay, by the way, my boy... Hey, there he is. There he is. By the way, this is all reset after the closed beta, so it doesn't matter that I have him. It's just freaking cool that I pulled him. There he is. Bam, right there. And I've been so lucky on the closed beta. I hope it doesn't take away my luck later on. So now I have Todoroki, and as you can see, it kind of shows you who can go into his slots that you own to give him those passes we talked about. And that's the summoning, guys. These tickets are used for the cards. They're going to have a different system. But again, if you look here, what they've been doing is, for the release, Bakugo was like the first day, and then his cards were the second day, and then Shoto, and then his cards, Momo. I don't know how they're going to do it in the release, but it allows you to like get up on their cards as well, to rate up. And I'm hoping that these draws, if you don't get a character, you can see now I'm 8 out of 70 because I pulled him in the middle of the pool, and then all the rest of the pulls after the S actually counted. That's the summoning. I think it's really fair. Again, you only need one of each character if you're just going to go ham in PvP anyway. PVE, excuse me. You are going to want copies, but I can't believe I just got freaking Todoroki, which is really sweet. And there's one more thing I want to show you guys. I'm just trying to show off, you know, all the cool stuff I can to get you guys interested, because I am so over the... But you guys know I'm a huge MHA fan. I have an All Might tattoo. I mean, this is going to be big for me. What they did was they gave Endeavor, which is an S rank hero, kind of like Todoroki, to everybody. This right here is how strong you are, right? That's your BP, your battle power. So this is just your account overall thing. The top 10 got Endeavor for free, and the top 1 got Endeavor and 180 of his shards, which means you can just make him super powerful, right? Which is kind of cool, right? It gives the Wells a reason to get as strong as they can, and they get rewarded for it. Doesn't hurt the free-to-play at all. But look at this. On the free-to-play side, if this comes to global, they give you a bunch of Aizawa shards, and Aizawa is one of the strongest characters in PvP in the whole game. Well, you get this by leveling up any hero, Class A, to SS rank. So you slowly level up your heroes, rank them up, get shards, which you can get from doing dailies, which I'll show you in a second. But you can also create heroes from their shards. Like S rank, if you get enough shards, which just provides you with enough, you can make the S rank. It's a little bit less for A, from what I understand, a little less for B. And you just make the hero. You can just get the hero, which is kind of insane to me. So they're kind of giving away Aizawa here. So the whales get their Endeavor, and it looks like everybody's getting Aizawa for free. Kind of crazy. So there's this right here is, if I go to, I think it's solo, and I go to hero trial, not all the heroes are in here. I think more will be added. But every day you can come in here and farm shards for your heroes. You just got to go do this mission, and you get shards, so you can slowly work your shards up that way and awaken some of these heroes that you want to use. Doesn't look like the S rank heroes are in there yet, but I'm assuming they will be later on. There was another thing I wanted to show you guys. There's so much I want to show you. Oh, and this is the dailies right here. You can go dailies. You can do it 20 times a day. You can get, this is experience because it's food. All Might, you're going to get the money because that's going to be like your normal, like, free currency that you use. This is going to be to upgrade equipment, and this is going to be to upgrade those chips that I was talking about. No, support card upgrade. Sorry, the support cards I showed you. These two things weren't in the Chinese version, apparently. They'll probably be added soon, but this is going to be really great for our progression in global, which I think is a great addition. And then the last but not least, we have the dorm system. Show this real quick. They're chivvy in here. They're all hanging out. You can get energy from this. Energy is going to be very important. I forgot to mention this. Yes, it is an energy-based game. You're going to have to get energy and be able to use it. But you can build up your dorm. This is important because your characters go on commissions or expeditions, so it's like AFK missions they go do. After they do that, their mood goes to 0. You can see Deku's mood's 100. If he went out and did a commission, his mood would be 0. If the dorm is up to par, if the dorm is like got a lot of stuff in it, you can do a lot of missions in here, earn free currency. If it's good, Deku's mood will go back up faster, right? He'll go from 0 to 100. He'll feel good because he's in his dorm kind of relaxing. That way you can do more commissions faster. You can get them done quicker and get more rewards. So that's very important. I actually need to add Momo in here real quick, not edit, because you edit the whole floor. Like this is like Animal Crossing right here, dude. But you go in here, I'm gonna add Momo into this because she's mad because she just went on a commission. So you can see that she's super mad, right? She's pissed off. She needs to take a little nappy nap. But that's the dorm system right there. Pretty cool in its own way. Let's get out of here. Go back to the main menu. But overall, guys, I tried to show you guys everything I could. There's guilds too. Let me just show you this real quick. There's guilds. We're gonna have to build them up. There's alliance training where we're gonna have to work together as a guild to beat this. We have to donate the free donation every day. We put in some of this, and then we can put some of our money in to put in more to level up the guild. It's got everything you could want in a game, in my opinion. Everything's clean. Everything looks good. Again, the only time it really lags like this is when it loads in. Vokun or whatever, that's another character. This is another player right here, standing next to me. He just has Kirishima as his main character here. Ton of stuff to get into, a ton of stuff to cover. I didn't want to make this video too long, but I wanted to make sure you guys knew my excitement. Again, you can pre-register right now. Comes out mid-May or June 1st. I don't know which one it's going to be. They've given us like weird signals on Twitter, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it really showed off what this game, them, and the potential of it for us to have fun with it. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions you want me to cover, anything you want me to show off, and how hyped you are for the game. Subscribe for future MHA content because you know I'm going to be hitting it hard, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.